It's the Harper Valley PTA, DanGryder, Probable Cause. It's Saturday, April 15, 2023. This is part 4, Toxic Water, Griffin, Georgia, part of the continuing saga. I told you I'd keep you updated on this. This is a fascinating story. If you're a pilot or an owner, and if you ever had trouble at your local airport with the local airport authorities, this is a story for you. I'm going to keep on this story because this has some fascinating developments. If you remember in the past, I was served 2 code enforcement violations in February of this year, and each one of them carries a 6-month jail term with it. Now, interesting to note, neither one of them has a badge number, neither one have been signed, and in each case, one of these code enforcement violations, it says that I'm violating because I did not comply with the airport authority directions. Now, the problem with that is that I was never given any airport authority directions. So what happened? I had to go to court. This thing says that they want me in court on 8 a.m. on such and such day. So I went there at 8 a.m. Well, guess what? It's not at 8 a.m. They moved it to 1 p.m. So I had to come back a second time. It's a miscommunication, City of Griffin miscommunication. So I went back at 1 p.m. and at this hearing, they were unable to provide any kind of substantiation that there had been any communication of any kind. What's the reason for that? It's because there had not been any communication of any kind. This is Robert Mole, your airport manager, with a personal vendetta using government resources, city resources, federal resources, for his own personal vendetta. He convinced all these people that he had sent a letter when in fact he had not. Now, after I got back off my last trip on April 4, I did receive a letter from the airport. And guess what the date is on this? It's March 30, 2023. Now, he wants to officially send me a letter, and I officially got his letter. And boy, is it interesting. In this, he wants to let me know that there's only one place that I can park the DC-3, and he's kind enough to give me a map of where it is. I'll show it to you on the big screen here. He wants me to park my DC-3 on the opposite side of the runway where there's no access, no electricity, no water, no hangar. That's the designated spot to park the DC-3, or else I will have to find another airport. The letter totally nullifies these 2 code enforcement tickets because the tickets are on the basis of the fact that he gave me correspondence before, which never happened. Now, also in the letter, he wants to cite and use as reference this AC. Remember, AC stands for Advisory Circular. AC 500. He sent me this page here, and I'll put it on the big screen for you. This has to do with an advisory circular that has to do with the design of airports. This chart that he sent me and was kind enough to highlight has nothing to do with anything. This tells operators how to design airports and what minimum taxi width and taxi lane is and all that kind of stuff. This doesn't really have anything to do with anything. So we're back to square one. I have consulted with and teamed up with Aero Alliance, a consulting firm that has a bank of consultants, engineers, and lawyers on board to fight this. Robert Mole previously thought that I was going to roll over, pay the tickets, or do whatever was necessary, and he didn't think that I would do anything about it. And frankly, this is a Harper Valley PTA thing. I've just about had enough. I'd like to have your help on this. I'm going to fight this. The airport authority has no authority. The House bill that authorized the airport authority does not give any powers. Let's look at the powers section as granted to the Griffin Spalding County Airport Authority. And here's what it says. It doesn't have anything to do with these types of matters. So I want you to see the letter. And in the next part, coming in the very near future, I'm going to include the letter written by Aero Alliance to the Federal Aviation Administration. It's a powerful letter. It outlines exactly what they're doing wrong. It puts the FAA on notice that Robert Mole is completely illegal. He's harassing and discriminating, and he's not doing his job. He's allowing non-aeronautical use of his airport. All of it is completely illegal. I want to use my YouTube channel to make this completely public. I hope that you'll help me. I've started a GoFund. Here's the link for the GoFund in the description, and also here's a picture of what the GoFund looks like. I'm collecting legal funds for this. I'm going to end up suing this airport authority person, and it's going to cost some money to do it. I hope you'll help me with the GoFundMe. I hope that you'll help me see this thing through so that I can see some other projects through at your airport and help you with your fight. I'd like to use my YouTube channel. The one thing that these people do not like is public humiliation. They don't want their picture on the screen, and they don't want anybody to know about it. And guess what? I'm the kind of guy that'll go to your city and I'll shoot video and I'll show the corruption going on in your city. I'd like for you to help me with get this one. This one is almost a slam dunk here. There is no possible way that they can win on this thing here. And I've got Aero Alliance on board. FAA is going to have some hard questions to answer here on this, on all the corrupt things that are going on at this airport. They're using this entire airport for non-aeronautical use. It's in direct violation of grants and assurances. They will not return their phone calls. They've been completely crickets for over a week, and it's crazy. I hope you'll help me with this GoFundMe. Any excess funds left off the GoFundMe are going directly to my Airborne Animal Rescue project to help move the airplane and move dogs out of kill centers and get them adopted out, and I appreciate that. Help me with this funding situation here. It's going to take some time and effort. I want to publicize this. I'm going to produce this. I'm going to make it public, the entire story. The city of Griffin should be publicly embarrassed over what they're doing, and via my YouTube channel, I'm going to help that occur. I hope that you'll help me. It's the Harper Valley PTA. I hope you appreciate this song, and this is the next part of this thing. I'm going to get this thing up and on the air, and this is part 4 of this installment. Look out for part 5. I'm going to show you the exact letter from Aero Alliance to the FAA. It is crazy good, and I'm very proud of those guys. They are some genius people, and I'm very happy to have made that connection with them and got that established. Let's get this video up and on there for my tiny little itty-bitty fledgling YouTube channel, DanGryder. Probable cause.